The City of Boulder is committed to becoming a zero-waste community by 2025. This means reducing the waste that we generate and then reusing, recycling, and composting at least 85% of what we throw away instead of sending it to the landfill. Boulder's single-family homes currently divert 57% of their waste from the landfill, with apartments and townhomes diverting 20%. With Boulder's new Universal Zero Waste Ordinance, all homeowners will be required to subscribe to recycling and compost collection services, and renters will have access to these services through their landlords. We are one step closer to our dream of being a clean and sustainable zero-waste community. Let's meet some of the residents who are putting zero waste into action.
I am a senior at the University of Colorado Boulder, and I am living in a single-family home.
We're the Youngrins.
I live in a townhome complex in South Boulder with my dog and my wife. I should probably put that the other way around.
We moved to Boulder, Colorado in September of 2014. Yay!
Step 1, reduce and reuse.
Goes from not only the disposal of things, but actually when you're purchasing something, so that the amount of material that you're bringing into your home is less.
We definitely try to buy as much bulk as we can. When we do have parties, we use cloth napkins. We reuse things for arts and craft projects a lot.
Beyond the environmental impact, reducing your waste, reducing how much stuff you use can have an effect of dramatically simplifying your life.
Step 2, bundle up. Become a 3-bin household.
It's great that our hauler provides recycling and compost, because if there was just a trash single stream going out, there would be a lot more waste and we'd end up having to pay more in the long run.
There's some weeks we don't even put the trash bin out on the sidewalk because we don't have anything in it. We recycle and compost so much.
Step 3, recycle.
We have single stream recycling in the facility. That's where I would say the bulk of our waste goes.
We do have a chart that we hang up in the kitchen, so we make sure we are throwing the right plastic into the recycling.
Step 4, compost.
I learned in 2nd grade that you can compost food scraps, and it goes to the worms and then they kind of poop it out. And then it turns into soil.
Living with roommates, it was actually not as hard as you would think it would be to get them in compliance with composting. They're actually pretty excited about it, and especially once I put up signs that designate what goes where, and everything went pretty smoothly. We haven't had any issues with wildlife and compost. We just make sure to close the lid to the bin, and it's kind of fenced off as well.
In our countertop compost bin, we use a compostable liner to help keep it clean. And in our outdoor compost bin, we layer the compost, so our food scraps and yard waste, with cardboard or newspaper, and that also helps to just eliminate smell.
I think new composting requirements are a great idea, particularly for these multifamily, rental type places where it's a little difficult for people to do it on their own. I think if people have the facility available, they'll take advantage.
How do I feel when I'm composting and recycling? I think at this point it's so natural. It's kind of like, when you get dressed in the morning, it's like, how do you feel when you put on your underwear? Well, I don't know. I just feel like it's something you're supposed to do. My best advice for people who are just starting out composting and recycling is just stick with it. It gets a lot easier. It's just a habit change. And once you start kind of rolling with it, that's it. You'll be fine. I am zero waste.
We are zero waste.
Yo soy zero waste. I am zero.
We are Zero Waste Boulder.